This episode of KSTV is brought to you by Gem Creative, custom designs, printing, web designs, SEO, and more.
Hello, we're back.
Yes.
You're Ron.
Yes, I'm still Ron.
And I am still Kevin.
Isn't that great?
I love it. I love being me.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else could I be?
I don't know.
Who else would I want to be? Maybe Spider-Man, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. And I'll be Superman?
Sure.
Okay, sure. That dates me, man.
Speaking of Superman.
Yes.
I'm going to kind of segue into our topic tonight.
Right into it. I can hear it. Yeah.
And to deal with the medical field.
Right. Yeah.
And by Superman, I mean some of the doctors and medical staff we have here, they are Supermen. And
oh, yeah. No question about it.
They do a heck of a job in trying circumstances.
Yeah.
But why is it that smaller communities, and I include Kindersley in this one, why is it we cannot seem to hold on to these people?
Yeah, and that's been a question I've had for a number of years. When I returned to Kindersley back in 2005, 2006, I asked the question, why didn't we even just have a regional hospital that would take in an hour's distance instead of what we have now, which is basically 2 hours here, down Swift Current 2.5 hours, Calgary 4 hours. You know, we seem to export instead of having a regional hospital. And there were many reasons given at that time, from finances to what a regional hospital requires, and could we actually have that kind of support system here at Kindersley. I think since then we're fighting the same battle, and we find that a lot of our doctors and nurses come and go way too often. I don't know what your experience has been, or what you've run across from people.
It seems like there's a revolving door at both ends of town. People come in and they're gone right away.
Yeah.
Especially in the medical field, and I'm just at a loss to understand why, because there's more than a business here, I would think, so to speak.
I would. Yeah, and it's so that there's a regional area, and certainly within Kindersley and other areas, we could easily be bringing in specialized, and that's been part of the question is, can we have specialty here and afford them?
We do to some degree. We do have specialists come out every week to do some procedures. I know my knee doctor comes out from Saskatoon once a month, which is great.
Yeah, you need him.
I know.
Oh, that
just
was
like
bad.
I need dough at home. Yeah. Oh, it's going to go somewhere.
Okay. Let's continue on.
We'll leave that alone.
Yeah, well,
but it just seems like the people that come to town, they're not here very long, and that's not good, because as I'm going to use the term customer.
Yeah.
You just get used to dealing with a certain particular person, and then they're gone, and then you're left saying, well, who's coming in next? Will they know me? How is that going to work out? What's that relationship going to be like?
Yeah, very much so. And you think, okay, the files get handed on, and actually I can read my own file now with eHealth, which is great.
You can.
But that doesn't mean that you've had someone sit down in front of you that has heard you, has taken in some of the more than what gets written down and that sort of stuff.
Yes.
I would love to see a place like Kindersley as a regional center. Could we do that? Not at this point, at least from a political standpoint. I would say we're not available to do that, but we could be.
How would we start that? With our local politicians?
I would think so. Yes. That's where it gets forwarded. This is the Saskatchewan Health Authority now.
Yes,
it's not a district authority.
Right.
And which does make a difference in how your administration happens, how you are able to forward what you consider to be important in your region, but you have to kind of equalize in a larger health area. And I mean, that was discussed as Saskatchewan Health Authority was put together.
Right.
And so we're seeing some of that reaction arising once again, I think.
Well, hopefully the powers that be kind of understand. I mean, obviously each area is different and has different needs. And I'm hoping that they would see that we would love to have some more of these specialists out here more regularly.
Yeah.
Or even permanently.
Yeah. I know the Kindersley Wellness Foundation over the years has certainly promoted a number of areas. And again, you're caught in the idea of the health district decides where the funds get put instead of just saying this is what we want as a town. So there's a political aspect to it, no question about it.
Yep.
Administrative and many other areas. I just think we need to have a better representation. Not, and as you said, our doctors are great. I love the doctors that we have.
Absolutely.
But is there again a way to make sure that we sustain what we have?
What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Write in, phone in, tell us, what do you think we could do, or how we could get started in this process? Maybe we can help, maybe we can't.
Yeah,
But we got to try somewhere.
that's right.
So let us know.
Thank you.
Local news sponsored by Mid-Plains Diesel. And in the news, a new policy defining excessive vehicle noise. Vehicle owners in Saskatchewan will soon be able to know exactly how loud is too loud. SGI is currently working on a new provincial policy to objectively identify excessive vehicle noise. The policy is expected to be implemented in late spring or early summer of 2023. Right now, determining whether a vehicle is excessively loud is up to the discretion of law enforcement, which can make it difficult to enforce because the criteria is subjective, said J.P. Cullen, COO of the Saskatchewan Auto Fund. This policy will remove all guesswork by introducing an objective way to measure whether or not a vehicle is creating excessive noise. Once the policy is finalized, SGI will be hosting free educational days where there will be opportunities for motorists to test their vehicles. More information will be provided to the public once the policy is finalized. And work is underway at the Motherwell Reservoir. With work underway at the Motherwell Reservoir, residents are reminded to keep an eye out for possible detours, equipment, workers, and barricades. Portions of our trail will also be closed for recreation upgrades throughout the coming weeks. Once complete, the beach at Motherwell Reservoir will allow for picnics, sun tanning, beach activities, and non-powered water sports, such as paddle boating and boarding, kayaking, and canoeing. Enjoy! Kindersley and District Co-op Scholarships. Reminder to all grade 12 students in the Kindersley, Corrobert, Westcliff, or Etonia area, if you are enrolled in an accredited full-time post-secondary educational institution, including the trades, this fall you could be eligible to win one of two $2,000 scholarships from Kindersley and District Co-op. The deadline for the 2023 applications is Friday, May 12th at 11:59 Central Standard Time. To learn more, visit kindersleysocial.ca and search for Co-op.
Welcome to the Kevin and Ron Show.
Hi.
This is...
I'm Kevin.
Hi, and I'm still Ron.
I'm glad you are, because I don't know who else I'd be talking
Yeah, and isn't this great to just see our fresh faces here today?
Oh, I see what you did.
that. Because we're going to talk about fresh and frozen food today.
Exactly. And you know what? Is there a difference? Aside from the actual state of the food, frozen versus fresh?
Yes.
Yes, well, in some cases, there's not much change.
Okay.
In food value, if the products are flash frozen, I should say.
Oh, yeah, flash, yeah.
Then the nutrients remain inside the product.
Right.
So you don't lose them.
Yeah.
As opposed to fresh. Although,
Okay, have you studied, what is flash frozen? Like, that sounds like a superhero. Yeah, there
It
you go.
does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, we
I
won't
haven't
worry about
studied that, no.
But yes, but flash frozen.
Frozen very quickly.
Okay, yes.
Very quickly, just so
Yes.
that none of the nutrients.
Zip zap, we're done.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah. Okay.
So if you don't lose the nutritional value of freezing something,
Yeah.
what is the big difference? Well, obviously the biggest difference it can be the price, because fresh, if you're buying it in the store,
Yeah.
you're obviously going to pay a little bit more because of the
Yeah, I would think so.
of the
Yeah.
handling and everything else that needs to be done. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get your frozen strawberries, that's great. But if you want to buy them in the store, you're probably going to pay more for the same amount.
Yeah, and I think over the years we've always thought of fresh as reviving. It's just new. There's nothing that's been lost.
Right.
In the midst of that.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
not everybody, and in our day and age, I mean, not everybody can afford to buy a fair amount of fresh fruits or vegetables.
Right.
You know, they are the growers are having issues and using more chemicals, and it always makes you wonder what you're eating too.
Yeah,
You know,
so would you buy
I
frozen
do.
versus?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. When I can, I prefer to buy fresh when I can.
Yeah. Now, are we talking processed frozen or flash, like your flash frozen? It seems to me I get this. I mean, I read the labels on the back, and I get down to sodium, and it's 30%.
That's
and
not
I
good.
think, that's a nice frozen food. It's cheap, and I love salt.
Right. But you're probably going to find more sodium in canned goods.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because for the preservation process.
Yeah.
And canned goods, can last as long or longer than frozen.
That's true.
Although, how many woolly mammoths do you find frozen in the ice in the Arctic?
Well, good point.
A few, but now they're not edible, but they're there.
I don't know. I haven't warmed any of them up yet.
I wouldn't try.
They're past their date due.
Past expiration.
Okay.
That was way before there was best before dates.
Okay, yeah, right.
So
They were best before. Okay.
they were best before then, yeah. But overall, overall, yes, you're going to get you'll most likely get a better value from frozen as opposed to fresh,
Okay.
and without losing the nutritional value, which is, I thought, kind of neat.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to see a change in my own thinking too. I do enjoy frozen food.
I do.
And to be quite honest, you can stick it in the microwave. It's done in 2 minutes. Pull it out, and it's good.
Convenience.
But yeah, there is a convenience.
And whereas if it's fresh, sometimes you're making a whole different recipe, which just takes longer.
That's right.
That doesn't mean it's going to taste any better, although it probably will.
Yes.
However, it's the convenience for us, the time it takes.
That too. Yeah.
I don't want to spend time in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
kind
don't.
of fun. Every once in a while, I like to. You haven't tasted my biscuits until you've tasted my biscuits.
That's very
I
profound.
don't know what that means, but yeah,
That's very profound.
I make the best soda biscuits in the world.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I'll have to go over and try them one night.
Yeah. Don't believe me.
Okay, I'll bring over the frozen peas then, and we'll we'll make a night of
And
it.
if you have some preserved jam that's been
I could
frozen,
do that.
yeah,
Sure. Well, no, it wouldn't be. The jam wouldn't be frozen.
Oh, that's true. We wouldn't need to freeze.
Would be preserved.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, preserved.
Like
okay.
we should be.
Yeah, we should definitely be preserved.
We should
This
be
has
in a
gone
museum
on
at this
long
point.
enough.
Fresh or frozen? What's your favorite?
Events sponsored by Royal Flush, the company for septic services.
And in local events, country music fans rejoice because Brett Kissel is coming to town. As part of his Compass Project Tour, Brett Kissel will be playing at the Kindersley West Central Event Center on April 28th at 7 p.m. Tickets are limited, so be sure to get yours today. And the circus is coming to town. An amazing treat for all ages. That's what people are saying about Cirque Luz Dahlia. For one day only, residents can experience a one-of-a-kind cirque show that features exciting acrobats, daredevils, aerialists, comedians, and more. Shows are May 9th at 4:30 and 7 p.m. at the West Central Event Center. Tickets start at $15.
And we are back. I am Kevin,
And I'm Ron.
and we are the
Kevin and?
Ron Show. We're the dynamic duo of the
Yes,
evening.
yes. What can we say? We're amazing. We're here. We're fresh. We're together. We are alive
With the sound of music.
as compared to being.
That's a great
Zombie.
segue. Ron, I was
Yes.
reading today that Saskatchewan, above all places,
Yeah.
is one of the safest places to ride out a zombie apocalypse.
I am so ready for that.
So that you can
What are we talking about?
if zombies ever attacked,
Yes.
there's
Yes.
5 places of which are the top places to be in a zombie apocalypse.
Excellent.
Now, Edmonton is number 1. Well, now this index
This is
was...
okay.
This is a survey by the Rentolo, which is the Rent Control Board.
The Rent Control Board
in
of
Saskatoon, I guess.
Saskatoon. Okay.
Saskatoon is rated the second best Canadian city to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Wow.
I know. And even though the situation is bad in many places in the world, it could get even worse. So, it's a, let's
Which
face it,
zombie are we talking about?
well,
here?
it's a fictitious crisis,
I-
of
yeah,
course, but
definitely.
they examined in depth
In depth,
to
yes.
determine which city in Canada was the safest in the event of a zombie
In the event,
apocalypse. So
okay.
Edmonton was number 1.
What would an zombie? What does that look like?
Well,
even fictionally.
Well,
It's
let's
like-
go through the list here.
Okay.
Saskatoon was number 2,
Okay.
followed by Guelph, Ontario, at number 3.
Oh, I know Guelph.
Okay,
It
I
says
don't.
cows.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a cow place.
There you go.
Well, it was a cow place at one time.
Okay, Calgary's number 4.
Oh,
Regina's number 5. So,
Okay, what happened to Toronto?
oh,
Are there
Really?
just zombies living there already?
I
Is
think
the
so.
apocalypse happening?
It's already
I don't-
happened. It's gone. It's over
okay,
there.
Yeah, yeah. And if you go to Vancouver,
Well, that's
Is-
another story there, too.
oh, there's always another story in Vancouver.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So
That's
for-
because we live in Saskatchewan,
Well,
where
where
we're going to
there's-
survive.
Exactly. Because we can see the zombies coming from miles.
That's how I knew there was a reason we would have survived.
So for this study, the researchers looked at 5 different factors, including
Okay.
vulnerability, supplies, mobility, hideouts, and safety. Now, this included considering the spread of chronic diseases in the population, disaster risk, simplicity of finding food, and fuel.
Simplicity of finding food and fuel.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So, hey, we're here.
We
we're
are.
it.
Isn't this amazing?
We don't even need a TV show.
I know.
But you want to know the 5 worst cities?
You just about closed off the episode here. Okay,
Just about
keep
did.
going. Yeah.
The 5 worst cities to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
St. John,
Okay.
Belleville, Belleville, Ontario,
I have relatives who live in Belleville.
Trois-Rivières, Quebec,
Oh yeah, Toronto.
Montreal, and Sherbrooke. Now, what is that?
Okay.
Now, are we
But,
saying anything about the French? Is this
Well,
what the survey
Belleville
says?
isn't French.
No, I know, but
Oh,
the other
okay.
cities are.
But-
or three,
well,
three of them are.
Three of them are. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say on that one. That's exactly. We're so done.
I think we better be.
That's the
A
apocalypse.
zombie apocalypse is not in my calendar.
Sports, sponsored by the Tint Doctor. We've got you covered.
And in local sports, the Kindersley Swim Club, also known as Speed Swimming, is up and running for the season. Open to ages 7 to 18, the season begins for swimmers on May the 1st and ends with the Summer Provincial Finals at the end of July. Practice days vary depending on if the swimmer is choosing to swim competitively or non-competitively. For anyone wondering if their child fits the skill level to participate, swim coaches will happily evaluate their skill level to see if they are ready for the program. For further information or to register, please visit the Kindersley Swim Club's Facebook page. And play ball! Kindersley Minor Ball is hosting the Umpire Clinic Level 2 on April the 30th at the Kindersley Composite School. Those looking for additional information or to register, please visit baseballsask.ca. And a baseball scholarship. It was recently announced for our Baseball Sask athletes that a scholarship fund has been set aside through donations in memory of Brennan Luffman, who was a prominent left-handed pitcher and outfielder with Team Saskatchewan from 2003 to 2005. Brennan Luffman was a popular teammate and played an important role for Team Saskatchewan, the Midget Weyburn Beavers, and the WMBL Weyburn Beavers and Moose Jaw Millers. He was actively involved in instructing at baseball camps in Weyburn and Moose Jaw, as well as coaching youth baseball. Applicants for the scholarships will be collected by the Baseball Sask office and reviewed by the Luffman family. If you would like to donate to the scholarship or apply for it, please visit baseballsask.ca and search for the 2022 Brennan Luffman Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening, good morning. Hi, I'm Kevin,
Yes, and I'm still Ron.
and we are still here. This is the Ron and Kevin Show.
Yes, this is the Ron and Kevin. We're here.
We are, absolutely. And I don't know what they're going to put for a
the
background
background?
today. I don't know. We're going to see. That's going to depend on our topic for tonight.
Yes,
You're wondering what it is, I bet.
I am.
Well, let's talk about the pros and cons of a 4-day work week.
Okay, that was the same one that I think you. Yeah, that's what we're.
I think
you should work only 4 days a week.
But if you look at us, we're working 1 day a week, even partial day a week.
yeah.
So we got it made. However,
I want to start this off by saying that as a pastor, when I served in that role,
yes,
people tended to think it was an 8-day work week, which is putting 4 day all in 1 week.
right.
Yeah.
And
How are
that's
we going to do a 4-day work week?
How would we do it for?
Yeah.
I guess depends on the job itself.
Okay.
Some are much easier than others. I was reading a study out of Japan actually where they found a 40% productivity increase.
Okay.
And again, depending on the industry.
Yeah.
So you're probably more motivated to say, hey, I'm out of here in 4 days as opposed to 5.
Yeah.
And that's a good incentive to get more work done. Or you get more work done because you're in a better frame of mind and attitude.
And I mean, and the whole matter of rest and relaxation and rejuvenation.
Mm-hmm.
2 days for 3 days. I think there may be something to that.
I think it'd be very beneficial, actually. How we could implement it in some industries, I don't know. Some industries right now are really screaming for help.
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough workers, so they're probably doing 8-day weeks right now.
Yeah.
Because they are so behind, and the healthcare industry is one of them.
So would one idea be just to shut things down for a day so that you don't have to have people working all the time. And you're a Chamber of Commerce guy. Is that really even a possibility?
Oh boy, that's a really tough question to answer. Again, and this is going to sound like I don't know, because it depends on the industry.
Okay.
Some retail businesses, no, they don't want to shut down for even a half a day.
Right. Yeah,
if they
I
don't
can get
have to.
that.
But some do it anyway on a holiday.
Holiday or statutory, yeah.
Which
whatever,
I think
yeah.
is great. I think because your workers need time off too. In the olden days, when you and I were much younger, your stores closed early on a Saturday and closed Sunday.
Yeah.
That obviously the world is a 24-hour or 48-hour day now.
Yeah.
And nothing is closed, it seems.
So I mean, I guess what you're really saying is, okay, we want to move to a 4-day work week.
Right.
But it's a culture shift.
Yes.
Are we ready to take on a culture shift that drastic at this point?
I wouldn't have a problem with it, personally. But I know some would. Some employers would.
Okay, why would you not have a problem with it? I mean, going to 4 days now.
Yep. I think I can get accomplished in 4 days what I can in 5.
Okay.
As long as I can meet up the people I need to meet up with, it's not a problem.
Yeah, and as you say, it depends on the industry. If you're talking about a retail or an oil change,
right?
You want to have it open when people are available, so that may end up being a longer stretch. So, but yeah, I guess otherwise, I think to myself, a lot of the work that I do nowadays is information services based.
Right.
And information services based can be put into 4 days, and you can consolidate it, you can use the tools, and you get done what people want done. And so the gig economy works well and all that sort of stuff. 4-day work week would make sense to me.
It does, actually, yes. And that might even if the business wants to stay open, if they can hire extra staff to cover you on those days or day, everybody's a winner.
Okay, so are we going to see it happen?
In Canada, North America, kind of doubtful. You may see the odd business do it here and there.
Okay.
But I think overall, no. I hate to say that, but I don't think so.
Is that just the income stream that's the reason, or is there some other?
I think it's just and I'm not going to say greed on the employer's part. I think it's just a matter of they want to be open, and they want to have their business selling their goods or services that they serve, that they provide.
Okay, so 4 days a week isn't enough time to continue to keep community involvement. Would that be one way to look at it?
Possibly. I mean, if you were a grocery store owner, would you close on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday? And your mindset might be, well, if they don't have time Monday to Thursday to get the groceries, too bad. You don't want to have that mindset.
But so here's my mindset is I like day old bakery stuff, and if you can get it for cheaper, you can close down Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll be there Monday morning.
Okay. So then you get 3-day-old stuff then. That's even cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
See?
This is really working for us. I think we should start a 4-day work week for ourselves. Yeah.
Well, let's go to a full half a day first.
Okay. Half day's good.
Half day's good.
Okay. We're good.
I think we're good.
I think that means we should shut down because our half day's almost over.
I think so.
Thanks, guys.
See ya. Good evening, good morning. Happy Hanukkah, and how are you? It's Kevin from the Kevin and Ron Show. I'm obviously Kevin, and
I'm still Ron.
Cool. And Ron, you know we have a special guest tonight.
Yes, sitting in between us is someone.
Yes,
the last name. What's your name? By the way?
My name is Nikki Mishiznik.
There you go.
Mishiznik. See, it's an easy name.
It's not that hard to say.
And Nikki is the owner of Kelly Insurance Brokers here in town. And by coincidence, they're having their 60th anniversary this year.
We are.
That's a long time to be in business.
It's a long time. I haven't been there that long. It's older than I am, I'm proud to say. But I get to celebrate the 60th with my staff,
cool.
So it's quite an accomplishment.
Are any of the old owners coming back for the celebration?
We may try to get Barb and Bill back.
Okay.
Other than that, there really isn't many around anymore. So
that's too bad.
yeah.
Okay, so like who started? is
So
cool.
the Kelly Insurance was founded by Kelly Rowland, or sorry, Rowland Kelly. Nope, it's Kelly Rowland.
We're gonna roll Kelly whichever way
Yeah,
we go.
I always get mixed up because there is a Roland that works for me. Anyways, 1963 the business was started, so I didn't know him at all, and I believe he was in it for about 4 years, and after that, the owner was Eric Smith. Eric Smith owned it for a little while, and actually when he was one of the owners, it was in the building right beside where we are now on Main Street,
okay.
in the same building as Leela's. So then once Eric, I believe Audrey Smith or Audrey Becker was in there somewhere as well.
I can believe that.
Yeah, and so then Bill O'Sullivan and Barb Gray bought out Eric and Audrey, and then Barb bought out Bill.
And then you bought
Years
out Barb.
later, and then I was
bought
approached
Barb.
to come back and buy out Barb. So,
Well, what is it about the insurance business that you find intriguing or fascinating?
oh boy. Well, I mean, I started in 2000,
Right.
and it was one of those things where you never say you're going to go into being an insurance broker, and I still think it's like that 23 years later. People often find themselves getting into this industry without really planning on it.
Right.
I was approached to come in and give it a try, and I absolutely loved it. Right away, I was kind of involved on a provincial level. Myself and another fellow from Saskatoon, Butler Byers, started the Young Brokers Network in Saskatchewan.
So you don't go broker, being brokers. Right?
Brokers.
But not broker.
You're
You don't
not
get
broker being a broker. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That was
That
very
was way
bad.
over all of our.
I kind of missed that one.
It's okay. We're like that.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you started.
Yeah,
some
so
others,
once
yeah.
I had a little bit taste of, working with other people in the province, and just the network that the insurance industry has, there's so many different avenues you can go into, whether it be a broker, whether it be an adjuster in the claims area, an underwriter for a specific company. There's just so many avenues. So I just found that really kind of
would be
exciting and
interesting, yeah.
interesting. So, that's kind of was my start in it.
Every day's
back in the
different.
day. Every day is different.
And I take it you don't regret your decision.
I don't. I did leave the brokerage for a little while. I pursued other ventures in the oil industry, which I'm still doing, but
Okay.
I came back to the insurance, and it's just something that I plan to do for a long, long time.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here and we're glad you've taken over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And you got celebrations coming up. I
We do.
presume. Yeah.
We're kind of working on a few things right now. There's nothing set in stone, but Goose Festival days, we're going to have lots of people downtown in that core
yeah.
area of Kindersley. So,
Betcha.
we're going to try and do a barbecue and some giveaways and
Excellent.
Nice.
and stuff like that. So
I'll be glad to come.
Yeah, please do.
yeah.
You
There'll
like
be
free
lots
food.
of tasty
Yeah.
treats. And
You do know that I have picked up Kelly Insurance pens over the years.
I bet.
The best in town, by the way.
I've heard that.
Oh yes, definitely.
I keep them ordered. Actually, I just
Excellent.
put in another order today.
So you
because
better
I
bring them
don't-
back if they're using that many. You better bring some back. I got a few too. Anyway,
Okay, so during Goose Festival days,
Yeah.
that's good.
Just keep an eye out for us on Main Street, right in
Okay.
front of the building.
Yeah.
We're of course going to put a float in again this year, try
Nice.
and accentuate that 60-year mark, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll have some insurance company representatives out from
that'd be
from the companies that we deal with and work with. So
Cool.
yeah,
Could be a fun time.
should be.
Yeah.
Well, as fun as insurance can be.
so exciting. We just
I'm
love it.
ready to get in there.
Oh yeah.
But it's funny, when I first moved to town in 2011, my sister said, when I had to get insurance, she says, you have to go to Kelly Insurance.
Wow.
Okay. That's what she said.
Well, that's
Okay.
good to hear.
And I didn't even argue with it. Okay. She knows best.
Yeah. Well, I was living next door to the Grays, so I mean, where else do you go?
Right.
Exactly.
And Barb owned the
see, there you go.
brokerage,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
All right. So Kelly Insurance Brokers having their 60th
Yes.
anniversary this year. Awesome. Come on down during the Goose Festival days. Maybe win some prizes, have a free burger or whatever. We'll go from there. Thanks for coming out, Nikki.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
thank you,
having
Nikki.
me.
All right,
guys.
you
It was a
betcha.
pleasure.
Hi everyone, be sure to grab a free copy of our bi-weekly print issue in over 50 locations across Kindersley. Also included in our magazine is the free Kindersley Social Extra, where we publish things like community events for nonprofits and obituaries for free. If you would like to be featured in our magazine or have something advertised, please email hello@kindersleysocial.ca.